Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl with Babby. For those of you who don't know, and if you didn't know, now you know it's up. And welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm coming at you guys with another hair tutorial. This is something very different because the only time you guys have seen me wear braids on my channel was the video I posted like in 2017 when I had a braided ponytail. As for box braids, single braids, I haven't done single braids since 2016 when I was in college. So this is my first time ever doing single braids on myself, anyone else, first time ever. I actually did it on a wig. So this is a full lace wig that I'm wearing. I'm gonna give you guys a 360. These fall right waist length. So I decided to do it on a full lace wig. One, because even when I braid my hair in straight backs under my wigs, my arms hurt from being up all the time. Two, I do not like taking out braids, and with this I can literally take it on and off. So although this is not on my real scalp, you can do it on your real scalp. It is the exact same thing, or you can do it on a wig if you want to get creative or practice or whatever the case is. I hope you do enjoy. If you do, give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's go. I'm going to be using an 8-inch full lace kinky straight wig. I chose this wig because I did not need a super long wig, and I chose the kinky straight texture because it's easier to braid for me than a super silky wig. I'll be using a brown wig cap over my mannequin block head just so it's a little bit easier to see when I part. You guys can see that I'm putting the wig on and just getting it ready to part. So when you begin parting, you want to make sure your lines are super neat and straight, and the elastic band method will allow you to do this because you're able to part your whole head before you actually start. So I parted my head into two, and I keep saying my head as if it's my head, but I parted the wig into two, and I started at the front. This proved to be easier to me than starting at the back because I tried starting at the back and I was having a little bit of trouble. I don't want super jumbo braids. I have about 40, no more than 50 in my head. So make sure you keep that in mind when you're doing your parting, how big or how small you want your braids to be. My braids will be sectioned into squares. I use a little bit of clear gel so each section is nice, neat, and tight. I'm using black elastic bands. These are the super small ones that come in the big pack. If you're doing this on your real hair, I would recommend using a more gentle elastic because you will keep the elastic in with this method and you don't want it to pull on your hair too much. So you're going to repeat these steps for your whole head or your whole wig, and I will come back and show you guys when I am done. You also want to keep in mind to leave out some hair at the front for baby hairs if you would like baby hairs, which you guys can see me doing. This is the result of me having completed the parting all around the wig. I did not leave out any baby hair in the back. I know some people do when they apply full lace wigs, but I know I'm going to be keeping my braids down, so I did not bother. I sectioned it all the way to the back. For my braids, I'm going to be using XPRESSION braids in the color 1. These are not pre-stretched, so if you do not know how to pre-stretch your hair, I will post a link to a video down below that was super helpful for me. I used about 6.5 packs for this tutorial. You're going to grab a strand of hair and fold it in half so it becomes 2 strands. From those 2 strands, you're going to grab a little piece from one side and turn it into 3 strands. So now you should have 3 strands of hair. You're going to take the middle strand of hair and flip it over a few times so that it's tight and it doesn't move. With this, you are going to begin your braid by attaching the 3 strands and forming a braid using the over-under method. Make sure that you include the piece of real hair into this braid so that everything can blend together. You want to make sure that you're really tight when you're doing this, because if you are not tight enough, the braid will come undone. As you guys can see, starting it is the hardest part. Once you started it and you've got a good grip, you will just continue over under and finish the braid. And I'm gonna also show you guys another way that you can start the braid. Not gonna lie, it does take a few braids to get the hang of it, which is why I recommend starting at the back. Once you get the hang of it, you are good to go. For the second way to start the braid, you're gonna grab 2 strands of braiding hair, one thinner than the other, and you're gonna form a cross and flip over the thinner strands so that they create their own strand and they're all the same thickness. Now you're gonna be left with 3 strands once again, and you're gonna attach the 3 strands onto your part to do the same method of the over, under, over, under, over, under. And make sure you guys pay attention to whatever direction you are braiding your braids. You don't want to braid all in one direction, especially if you are having a middle part. Everything will fall to one side, so keep that in mind. So it took me over the course of 2 days to complete this unit. It does take quite some time. However, you will become faster as you do more braids. So this is when I am towards the end of finishing braiding the whole unit. I wanted you guys to see a little bit more close up of how I start and do the braid. And yeah, this is pretty much it. You're just gonna keep repeating for all the sections, making sure that you are making the braids extra tight so they do not get loose, and braiding everything as neatly as possible. And we are done. Here it is, you guys. I'm so proud of myself. All right, you guys, so the last step in this process is to boil your braids. As you can see, like, my ends are a little wonky and they're really stiff. So what you want to do is get your boiling water and dunk the hair in. Now we're moving on to the install part. I have tons of installs. This really wasn't anything different than my previous install videos, except the baby hairs were a little bit trickier. So if you guys are new to this, what I'm doing is cutting off my wig cap. You want to make sure for every wig install you have a nice wig cap that matches your skin tone, laid to the gods, so it looks as scalp-ish as possible. I am adding makeup all around my hairline and the back too, because it is a full lace wig. This is how the wig looks after it's been boiled. The front is looking crazy because a little bit of water got on it and it air dried, but don't worry, we will fix that. This wig is low-key 110 pounds. It's very heavy. I'm just putting it on to see that it fits right, and woo, it is looking good before the meltdown. We love it. To apply this, I will be using the Beauty Mark Bundles Lace Paste Glue. I will link it in the description box if you want to get some. I'm only going to be doing one layer because I do not be planning to wear this wig for anything more than a few days, to be honest with you. You want to let it dry clear, and then you are going to apply the wig. Make sure you press the wig into the glue, and I'm going to use a blow dryer on a high heat setting to really get the ultimate meltdown. After that, I'm gonna use an elastic and tie it around the front of the frontal. Super tight. You want to do this so, like I said, you get the ultimate meltdown. Once I'm done, I'm gonna remove the elastic. This is about 5 minutes later, and I'm gonna cut the lace. I should have cut the lace all around before I put on the wig, but I forgot, so I'm cutting the lace all around the wig completely. I did miss the clip that showed you guys me cutting the baby hairs, but I do have videos on that. So I just cut some baby hairs and I am slicking them back with some clear gel. Not gonna lie, I had to do this a couple hundred times because I wanted it to look as natural as possible. I feel like the baby hairs can sometimes be a dead giveaway that it's a wig, so this might take you a little bit of time, but it's okay. Just keep practicing and don't get frustrated. My camera actually ended up dying while I was doing this, so when you guys see me again, this wig is gonna be completely laid. So this is the end result after I did the baby hairs and let it sit for the next day. As you guys can see, I probably should take out more baby hairs because it looks a little bit sparse over here. However, like I said, this was my first time. It's all a learning experience. You guys can learn from my mistakes. Thank you guys so much for watching, and you guys will see me in the next video.